Hello, Level Casters. Welcome to your daily news update, bringing you important stories from around the world. Let's get started with today's headlines. News 1 of 18. First, we have news from the Middle East. Iran's foreign ministry says the United States broke a ceasefire agreement with overnight strikes. Iran claims it is still part of peace talks, even though the U.S. bombed Iranian targets. The U.S. military said it attacked boats trying to place mines and also missile launch sites. Iran called these actions a definitive violation, but has not announced any specific counterattacks, as negotiations are getting close to a very important stage. News 2 of 18. Next, in Australia, a Labour MP named Jerome Laxale wants to stop tax breaks for fossil fuels. This comes after information about the company BHP showed it was ignoring Australia's climate policy. Mr. Laxale publicly supports changes that would also remove a tax refund for diesel fuel. People are angry because leaked documents show that this big mining company is not keeping its promises about reducing its emissions. News 3 of 18. Moving to Japan, the Prime Minister wants to cut the sales tax, but cash registers are causing problems. Sanae Takaichi promised to remove an 8% tax on food sales. However, retailers say their computer systems are not made for a tax rate of 0%, which makes the change difficult to implement. This situation is being called an embarrassment for Japan. News 4 of 18. In Spain, authorities have blocked access to websites called Polymarket and Kalshi. These sites allow people to bet on many different things, like the weather or politics. Spain has started an investigation into gambling licenses, as these prediction sites might not follow the country's rules. News 5 of 18. We also have a brief letter to the editor discussing tax breaks for large trucks, known as HGVs. The letter questions why these trucks, which can damage roads, receive a tax holiday. Other topics in brief letters include Sunderland being overlooked, a Clockwork Orange timer, a heartwarming column, and advice to buy British and dump Palantir. News 6 of 18. Sadly, there was a serious accident in Belgium. 4 people were killed when a train and a school bus crashed. This incident happened at a level crossing, which is where a road crosses railway tracks, near the town of Buggenhout in Flanders. 2 children were among those who died. News 7 of 18. Regarding the ongoing situation in the Middle East, Tehran has expressed its resolute support for Hezbollah. This news was reported as it happened, and this particular blog update is now closed. News 8 of 18. In India, gig workers, who often work without a fixed employer, are struggling with extreme heat. Many are battling exhaustion because of the soaring temperatures. Cities across South and Southeast Asia are becoming places where these informal workers cannot recover from the heat, making their work very difficult and dangerous. News 9 of 18. Our Tuesday briefing focuses on Russia. With growing unease at home, what's next for Russia's leader? Our reporter on Russian affairs discusses Vladimir Putin's falling approval and his single main goal, as unhappiness spreads from the general public to people within the Kremlin. News 10 of 18. The EU chief warns that Moscow wants to destabilize Europe. Ursula von der Leyen, visiting Lithuania, made this statement as countries are calling in Russian ambassadors. This follows drone incursions and Russian requests for envoys to leave the Ukrainian capital. News 11 of 18. In the Czech Republic, police have released a Russian bishop. Bishop Hilarion, who leads an Orthodox church in Karlovy Vary, was arrested after white powder was found in his car. Russia claims his arrest was a politically motivated setup, meaning they believe it was planned to cause trouble. News 12 of 18. The European Union is considering a change that could deny new member states the right to veto decisions. This measure could help ease worries from countries like France, which are not completely sure about allowing more members into the EU. This move aims to make enlargement easier. News 13 of 18. Western Europe is experiencing an extreme early summer heat event. 7 people have died in France due to heat-related causes. May has seen record-breaking temperatures in several countries, including the highest temperatures for the month in the UK and Ireland. News 14 of 18. In Australia, an image of what was claimed to be twin babies, used by an anti-abortion activist, appears to show sugar gliders. Joanna Howe, the activist, said a woman ashamed of her abortion sent her the image, and she used it to support a rally for Emma and Ruth, in favor of a bill in New South Wales. News 15 of 18. Good news for internet users in Iran. Access to the global internet has started to return. This comes after an 88-day blackout. The end of the shutdown happened despite a temporary court order that questioned the authority of the group managing the internet access. News 16 of 18. Italy's highest court has ruled against a tourist who was refused tap water in a hotel in the Dolomites. The woman argued that water is a universal human right. However, the court found that no law in Italy requires hotels to serve tap water to guests. News 17 of 18. Israel has increased its attacks in Lebanon. Prime Minister Netanyahu has promised to crush Hezbollah. Both Hezbollah and Israel are launching attacks. This is happening as a ceasefire is becoming more and more uncertain, and talks between the US and Iran are not moving forward. News 18 of 18. Finally, in our Ukraine war briefing, Russia is pressuring the US to allow attacks on Kyiv. Sergei Lavrov told Marco Rubio that Washington should evacuate its embassy because Moscow is planning systematic strikes. We are still learning more about what happened on day 1553 of the conflict. That's all for today's international news on Levelcast. Keep practicing your English, and we'll be back with more updates soon.